Namaskaram. I'm Dr. Nisha and from Career Guidance and Adolescent Counseling Cell, Alapura. Today, I want to tell you a story about a young man named Harish Rana. In 2013, Harish Rana was just 20 years old when a tragic fall from the fourth floor of his accommodation changed everything. For 13 years, Harish lived in a persistent vegetative state, unresponsive to the world, while his devoted parents watched over him. His friends remembered him as energetic and exuberant, but for over a decade, his reality was tubes and life support. Eventually, his parents made a heart-wrenching decision. They moved the Supreme Court to withdraw life support so that nature could finally take its course. This was not just a family's struggle. It became a pivotal discourse on why life truly means under our Constitution. To help us navigate this sensitive topic, we are looking at an insightful article with the title On the Right to Die with Dignity. It's authored by senior advocate Satvik Verma based in New Delhi with valuable inputs from advocate Shantanu Parmar. Advocate Satvik Verma is an expert in constitutional jurisprudence and his analysis help us to understand how the law views the intersection of privacy, autonomy, and the end of life. India's legal journey on this path did not happen overnight. It started back in 1996 with Gyan case, where the court recognized the right to life under Article 21 includes the right to live with dignity. However, at that time, they didn't believe it included the right to die. Everything changed with the tragic case of Aruna Shanbag in 2011. Aruna was a nurse who lived in PVS for decades following a brutal assault. While the plea to withdraw her life support was rejected at that time, that case opened the door for passive euthanasia in India for patients with terminal illnesses. The watershed movement came in 2018 with the Common Cause versus Union of India judgment. The Supreme Court unequivocally recognized that the right to refuse medical treatment is a manifestation of dignity intersecting with privacy and autonomy. They established two core principles for withdrawing treatment. Medical treatment, the intervention like nutrition and hydration, must qualify as medical treatment. Secondly, the withdrawal must be strictly in the patient's best interest. In Harish Rana's case, the court determined that since recovery was impossible, continuing treatment merely prolonged biological existence without any therapeutic benefit. Therefore, withdrawal was in his interest. This is a lesson in constitutional morality. It shows that our rights are not static. They evolve as our society becomes more compassionate and understands the nuances of human suffering. For those in law and medicine, it underscores the duty to protect a patient's dignity even when a cure is no longer possible. It highlights the importance of medical boards and legal safeguards to prevent misuse. We have a responsibility to foster dialogues on these uncomfortable issues. Advancing the cause of humanity often means addressing the needs of a small, suffering minority. Personally, I find Harish Rana's story deeply moving. As an educator and a counselor, I see so much focus on how to live, but very little on how to honor the end of life. Sri Satvik Verma's article reminds us that the advancement of constitutional morality is not just about big laws. It's about addressing the pain of a single family. Harish Rana's name will now be etched in our history, not for his fall, but for the dignity of his case restored to our legal system. I'm Dr. Nisha Jacob from Career Guidance and Adolescent Counseling Cell, Alapura. Let's continue to value life and dignity in all its forms. See you in the next